Good afternoon. This is Chris Brecher with the Simpler Stocks free video for February 22nd, 2017. This is what happened today. There's some spankage by the Bulls of spanking the Bears today. Just the threat or promise of a tax cut in the next 2 weeks basically propelled the market again. Now, one thing we've been talking about is never have I seen a market form a V-top. It takes time to stop the momentum, and we don't have that yet. So you can't just go crazy and short everything just on the very just because you're like, oh, it's gone too far. That's the biggest mistake I see a lot of traders make. So to give you an idea, today the ES is up 1175, NASDAQ up 1725, Russell up 960, little sell-off right on the close, like you can see. ESs were just up 1,700 with about 4 minutes to go in here. You had the bonds down all of one. The industrials, guess what? Up another 118, unbelievable in here. And you have the S&P up 14 to 2365. You have the transports up all of 36. Actually, a lot of the economically sensitive stocks acted curiously weak today. Anywhere from the airlines to Caterpillar to Deere. Very curious in there. You have today the dollar up strongly, and believe it or not, gold and silver holding up like a champ. You have crude oil up all of 58 cents. Crude oil speculative longs are the highest they've ever been. But I want you to understand something about crude oil and bonds. 2 weeks ago, Zero Hedge had an article about bond shorts were the highest they've ever been. And guess what? Bonds didn't go straight up. That's because the Treasury was issuing a bunch of bonds. You have to understand what the dynamics are of why somebody was massively short. So when the Treasury does their Treasury auctions, you know who can buy it. The same with crude oil. You might have massive longs, but don't forget you have OPEC sort of putting a bid under the market, and that's why there's so many longs. Do I think we could eventually go down? Absolutely. But just understand that the OPEC is, for now, keeping the pressure above on the market. You had the advanced decline today, up about 1260. This is interesting. Watching the VIX, all the VIX products up today. Very curious with the ES up 1125. Very curious in there. You have the Dow, DE Dow, which is the German DAX, up 1%, and you have the Chinese market up about 0.5%. So where do we go from here? You just have to ride the wave. And what I meant by this with the ESs, about you have to wait for the super taker, the inertia, the mass to stop, is go through, and I'm going to put up one chart up here. And I want to put up a 4-year, even a 10-year, it doesn't really matter, daily chart. And you're going to see every single sell-off was preceded by a period of stoppage where the momentum up, and then the momentum just stopped, finally followed by a sell-off. You could go back for years and you'll see the same thing. There's another one. Super taker up. Takes a while for that super taker to stop going up, and then it capsizes. But just understand that what's the difference now? We're still straight up. They're not going to ring a bell when we're at the top, that's for sure. Are we getting extended from a lot of things and overbought? Sure are, but that doesn't mean to go crazy shorting. What I've seen before is when the market sits like this, sectors start to roll over first. Those are the sectors you want to jump on. Have any rolled over yet? Not really, except some of the oil stocks. But I would tell you right now that I would be cautious here until we see some divergences form, which we don't have yet. So to let you know, we still have the $7 30-day trial. And that includes in here the chat room when I'm on from 9 to 10 in the morning. Premium videos a lot more in-depth than what you're hearing now. Email alerts. I've been sending out at least 6 stock trades and chart ideas, at least 6 index charts every day. I always think you start your morning with the overall market perspective and go from there. The unusual option activity, I've actually been showing in the premium videos so I can describe more of what I'm looking at. You have the forum, which is a message board type of communication tool, and the meetup. I'm very proud of the meetup. Every other week, I'm doing a 20-minute to an hour video. We've been doing a whole web series called feel and train your brain. And these are then put into a video series. A lot of places charge $99 a pop for this. All of these come with your subscription. As you see, a tremendous amount. One last thing we have in here, because it's been such a big hit, is I have been doing a swing trade video every weekend. That swing trade video is for longer term investors, and they've been working fantastic. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.